Hello everybody, welcome to My Little Creepy. Today we are going to be reading One Let's Not Meet. The only reason we're reading one is because I'm too lazy and it's freaking late. Now then, the story is called Guy in My Closet, Let's Not Meet by you/Denny Thorne. This was posted 11 hours ago. So it's pretty accurate, basically. So let's just get started. I've already read like half. So there was a guy in my closet. I'd like not to meet him again, but I'll start at the beginning, and we can go from there. This first time I came face to face with this strange man was about 7 years ago. It was a normal summer day. Now, I didn't have a terrible childhood, but I didn't have a great one either. My mother was struggling to make ends meet. We lived in a really crappy 2-bedroom house. It was me, my mother, her boyfriend, and my 2 younger brothers. My mother worked nights, and so did her boyfriend. So it was up to me to watch my brothers in the evenings. It was just like any other normal summer day. At first, my friends and I hung out during the day, walk around our small town enjoying the warm weather. Now, for a small town, there was still plenty to do. Walk through the woods, go down to the park, all of the typical kid things. We decided to waste time at the park until I had to go home to watch my brothers. It was normal, boring stuff. We walked around, played with the basketball someone left behind, sat on the swings, and talked about our lives and what we were going to do when we got older. It was nearing 3 p.m. when we noticed a guy sitting on a bench over by the basketball court. Now it was nearing time for me to get home anyway. And as the man was giving me and both my friend an odd vibe, we decided to leave. As we neared the main street, which my house also happened to be on, we parted ways. I get home. Sorry, guys. My mother lets me know there are leftovers for the boys and myself, then is on her way to work. We spend most of the day indoors, watching TV or playing video games. Around 7:30, my brothers want to go outside and ride their bikes. It's just now getting dark, so I agree. They ride their bikes for half an hour. I'm sitting on the curb looking at my phone, texting my friends about how bored I am. When my younger brother, who must have been 7 at the time, comes up to me and points over towards our house. I look just in time to see what happens to be a man walk inside. I immediately tell my brothers not to worry and continue riding their bikes, as I call my mother and let her know what just happened. She calls the police, and they show up within 5 minutes. Seeing as the police station was only a few blocks away, small town, they do a full search of our home, but find nothing. They speak to my mother on the phone and tell her there's nothing, and it must have been our imagination. Tentatively, my brothers and I go back into the house. So I sit them down and turn on the TV. Time flies, and I look up at the clock. It's already 11:30 p.m., 9:30 p.m. I really gotta go to bed soon. I head upstairs and go into our closet. All three of us shared one bedroom. Sorry, everyone, I forgot to turn off my notifications. Where was I? So all of our clothes are stuck in one closet. I turn on the closet light and start digging through the piles of clothes on our floor that we never got around to put away. I hear a noise that sounds like a deep breath. Thinking it must be my imagination, I continue to pull out my pajamas from my brothers. I grab their PJs and go to pull the string that turns off the light. Out of the corner of my eye, I see movement. I look over to see a face peering out the large pile of clothes. The man was hiding under our clothes in my closet. He made a sudden movement, and I booked it. I just take off running. I can hear him struggle to get out of the clothes. I don't stop running down the hallway, down the stairs, knocking over everything knocking anything over in my process in hopes it will slow him down. I burst into the living room and grab my brother's arms, practically pulling them out of their sockets in my attempts to drag them from the house. We're outside and 3 blocks away before I quit dragging them behind me. I reach for my phone to call the police, but it's not in my pocket. I left it on the couch, so we hoof it. I drag my brothers behind me in the middle of the night. They are tired. They don't know what happened, and I won't tell them. They don't need to know. They would never want to go into their closet ever again. I get it. Anyway, guys, that's it for now. Stay cool, stay spooky. Peace.